slow, watching pizza doing bad shows, cause he's an asshole. Alex Vela, OZ, Rottweiler, Muggsy, Hellcat, Mooch, and the one and only Dixie Lee. Team Bushes is the name, and they all work towards the same fucking goal, and that is only do cost only pizza pain, cause that's all that he deserves. He's been working on our nerve for fucking years. This fucking queer's just a jerk off and a perv. Team Bushes, Team Bushes. Once tried to diddle his brother. I can't even fucking imagine what this did to his mother. He got locked up in a psych ward for his sick crimes, and decades later he got exposed by Joey Dimes. Now he's on a fucking mission to prove he's no Jomo, and he never stops bitching cause he's such a homo. He claims he spent years in prison, but he don't remember exactly where he did his time, cause he's a pretender. He made up this fucking lie to try to impress you, and he'll sad fish and he'll cry to try and finesse you. So Team Bushes is on a mission as pizza's opposition to destroy his fake persona and put an end to his grifting. Team Bushes, Team Bushes, yeah, yeah, Team Bushes. They're beefing through the shadows, creeping mad slow, watching pizza doing bad shows, cause he's an asshole. Alex Vela, OZ, Rottweiler, Muggsy, Hellcat, Mooch, and the one and only Dixie Lee. Team Bushes is the name, and they all work towards the same fucking goal, and that is only to cause Tony pizza pain, cause that's all that he deserves. He's been working on our nerve for fucking years. This fucking queer's just a jerk off and a perv. Team Bushes, they're here to keep an eye on you and make your life a living hell, cause you're a piece of shit and that ain't hard to fucking tell. You grift and you scheme and you bitch and you scream and you throw temper tantrums till they give you some green. You're a whiny fucking jerk and you refuse to go to work. If you don't get what you want, you lose your shit and go berserk. Go Z, bought membership for FBS's chat, and you fucking lost your mind and began to attack. Dixie Lee is a lady that you once were obsessed with, then she rejected your ass just like everyone else did. Alex Vela's channel is fucking hilarious. He clowns you in his videos and you should be embarrassed, bitch. You terrorize relentlessly in every single chat, cause nobody has more fucking sock accounts than Hellcat, Rottweiler, Luke, and Muggsy are world-class ball breakers, but Tony Pizza's a fraud and his crew are all fakers. The shadows, creeping mad slow, watching pizza doing bad shows, cause he's an asshole. Alex Vela, OZ, Rottweiler, Muggsy, Hellcat, Mooch, and the one and only Dixie Lee. Team Bushes is the name, and they all work towards the same fucking goal, and that is only to cause Tony pizza pain, cause that's all that he deserves. He's been working on a nerve for fucking years. This fucking queer's just a jerk off and a perv. Team Bushes, yeah, yeah, Team Bushes, yeah.
Yizzo, Jesus Christ. What's going on, guys? I like to say good morning, but it's the afternoon now. My intention was to start the show in the morning. I don't know what's going on here. I'll wait until I get some more people in here, if I do, and I'll explain part of the reason why I'm late, why I kept deleting live streams. It's very fucking frustrating. I swear to God, guys, the one thing about this shit, doing it for a living, is that what do you mean time change, Sally? What time change? What time change? Anyway, you know, they got you by the balls. YouTube has you by the balls. StreamYard has you by the balls. And if they decide that today you can't make a living, you just can't. You know what I mean? So I finally fucking scheduled a show far in advance. I scheduled it last night, this morning, whatever you want to call it, about 2 a.m. So I wouldn't have any issues today, hopefully, with notifications going out or anything. And I don't know, StreamYard wasn't having it. I sat down to start my show. There is no show. even though it's scheduled and it shows up on YouTube. The show is there on YouTube. I could see you guys waiting, commenting. I even commented that it'll be 12 instead of 11:30. That I kept setting up the show and scheduling it in StreamYard, and then when I would go to start it, it wouldn't be there. It would say you have no upcoming events or live streams. So I don't know what to make of that. I just kept doing it and doing it, starting live stream after live stream, and it wouldn't let me actually do the live stream on StreamYard. It would only show up on YouTube. So I had to keep deleting them from YouTube and trying again. Finally, because I was scheduling them for my show or for my phone, I said, let me just try to do it from my computer. And once I did it from my computer, it let me right in. But if I would have tried to come back to it 10 minutes from now, it wouldn't have been there. Oh. Yeah, well, it's, but I've never seen StreamYard. Like, if I'm late, StreamYard doesn't give me a problem. And even that, I just tried to schedule one in advance for 10 minutes later, and it said it scheduled it, and then it said there is no upcoming events, live streams, or anything. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't, and I am at the end of my rope with this horse shit. So I don't even really care anymore at this point. But it fucked me all up, and who knows, how many people we would have had if I could have just started the live stream I've had scheduled for, I don't know, 10 hours or some shit. Who knows? But, I could tell you for a fact now we ain't going to have many. Yeah, I know, Dave. I know. It just pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? Pisses me off. Costs me money and everything else. And I pay a fuck ton of money just for this bitch-ass StreamYard every month, and it's got to do. They keep changing it. They changed it yesterday. Now you got to name your studio and all this dumb, these other options they added that are almost like requirements. And it just makes it more complicated. And then today we had this glitch. So I don't even know what to do, guys. I'm so disgusted. I don't even know if I want to go on with the show. We're fucking 45 people, honestly, but I probably will anyway. I was in a good mood. I really was. Hopefully I'll cheer up. Because I think I could give you a good show today. I got something funny to play for you. Oh, motherfucker. 51 people. Hit the like button at least, guys. Do that. Hit the like button. Maybe comment. Go comment under the video real quick. See if that helps. The algorithm, Oh, fuck me. All right. Well, I'll just start like this. I was going to talk about some other shit and then get to a Tony Pizza video that I wanted to play, but my head is all over the place. So I'm just going to play the video and we're going to watch Tony Pizza completely and totally rewrite history and make shit up as he goes along. Like he's just freestyling every word off the top of his head. Because that's what I found funny this morning. So that's what I'm going to play. First, I thought maybe my channel was struck. But no. Oh, Dave, $5 for cheer up. Thanks, brother. I'll try. I will try. Lynn M., good afternoon. All right, let's get started with this, guys. This is it. This is just straight up insane here. I mean, Tony Pizza just makes up an entire, I can't even say a story, a series of stories about me. He says, I don't know how people think they can get away with shit like this. He says a whole bunch of things that he says I said on my show yesterday, and I didn't say any of them. And then he goes, you can't make this shit up. But he did just make it up. It is fascinating, the brain of this fucktard. It really is.
Piggy's been lying again. I got one like with nobody in the fucking chat. How the fuck is that happening? Piggy's been lying again. This is a guy who changed his life story in 4.5 years.
Okay. Real quick. You know how fascinating it is to know that somebody's in Tony Pizza's chat and they're saying that somebody else is lying. This is like what I deal with MAGA when they're like, Democrats fucking lie. It's like Trump lied 30,000 times in his first 4 years. Are you serious? You're even going to try that? But this is what they do. They're oblivious, no self-awareness. So he said, I changed my story, right? Let's hear what I changed it from.
Story in 4.5 years, 100 times. My story.
Literally, not even once did I change a single part of my story.
It's consistent.
His story is consistent. Didn't this guy just tell us months ago that he did something when he was 18 and it turned out at the time it was an album that came out or something, and he said he was 18 or 19 and we found out he was fucking 11? Isn't that what happened?
Like I always say, it's only this jerk-off's opinion. He has no knowledge of my life whatsoever.
Bullen, hello, how are you? Just so you guys know, anybody from the politics shows, this is one of my regular shows where I talk about other stuff, but you're more than welcome to stay. More than welcome to stay. You just might be confused about what we're talking about. I can't seem to access your regular comment section on the stream to leave a comment. Well, I'm not surprised. Something's fucked up this morning. But for the politics people, I will be doing a politics show probably right after this one, maybe an hour from now.
Nothing. Okay? You heard him say today, when he heard I was a homeless guy that used to be in the mob, it was ridiculous. There's just no way. But I was validated 100 fucking times.
Okay. So, yeah, I said yesterday that when I first came across Tony Pizza and I heard him say he was an ex-mafia guy who is now homeless, I said, yeah, that's bullshit. That doesn't even make sense. There's no way that's true. And now he says he's been validated 100 times. The only problem is he hasn't been validated not even once by anyone ever. So there's that.
And him and his fucking simpleton crew over there that live in denial still keep the same narrative. It's fucking ridiculous. Now, we could all recall when he first came on YouTube and his story was, me and my mama lived in crack hotels my whole life and I had to sell crack.
Okay. This was never said by me, as you guys know. Never, ever said by me. I never said anything of the sort. Yeah, it is. Oh, let me see this. Hey, maybe because you left Mobtube saying you don't need to be here if you are not making any money. Now you come back hoping to use the same people you left behind to make money. It's over. Tommy Boy, never did I leave Mobtube. That's, again, you're just making that up. When did I leave Mobtube? Never. What do you mean? I started doing the politics shows right along with the Mobtube shows? Tell me when. Don't even block Tommy Boy. I want to know, when exactly did I leave Mobtube, you fucktard? When? This is I swear to God, only me. People literally just dream shit up. It's like, I don't know. I guess Bullen, my YouTube career is over, he's saying. That's what he's saying. Meanwhile, no, it's not. But I don't even know. This is just like what Tony Pizza is doing right now. They just make shit up as they go. This guy's saying that I said I lived in crack hotels, mama. I never even said I lived in a crack hotel by myself. I said I sold crack out of a hotel. Simple as that. Everything he says right now is just made up, completely made up. You said you were going to go new direction with politics, which destroyed you on Mobtube. No, it didn't. Tommy Boy, I don't know where you've been. I really don't know where you've been. I'm not sure. Tommy, do you know how much money I make a month still? Do you have any idea? Just from Mobtube, not even from the politics shows. Tommy Boy, aren't you the Ripper's buddy? Go back to Ripper's chat, love. Oh, you're a fucking rapist supporter. Oh, that makes sense, Tommy Boy. You're probably a Trump supporter then too, right? The Ripper and Trump? Got it. Yeah, that makes sense why you just make shit up as you go. So does that Cuban fucktard over there. Same exact thing. Just make shit up as he goes, including his own life story, just like Tony Pizza.
And my mom was sucking dick. And, I tried to sell my daughter in a fucking crack house and got busted.
Yeah,
I hit the
completely made up. Never said anything of the sort. Not once ever. This is literally everything he's saying is stuff that he made up about me. And he's saying that I said it about myself. It's fascinating.
wall. I shit and pissed myself.
No, that's another story you made up.
Yeah, remember that story, Chris?
No. Well, I remember you making it up. Yeah.
How you grew up in crack hotels?
I in no way, shape, or form did I. It's amazing what this guy does with stories. Yeah, he does, Roy. Like, in other words, the real story is I grew up in Glendale with my parents. We lived in a nice house. We had a pretty good life, modest, didn't have much, but a decent life. Moved to Pennsylvania, lived about the same type of life, just in a bigger, nicer house. And that's pretty much it. I lived like everybody else, except I got involved in crime very early on in my life. And then in 2019, when I was having severe addiction problems, and I had a fucked up situation where I had to find a new place to live immediately. And I didn't have credit. I just had money. I wound up living in a hotel for 8 months, 8 or 10 months. I can never remember. I think 8 by myself. And that's it. That's it. And then I went to rehab. That's the story. That's the hotel part of my story is about 8 months. And he just made it 46 years long. 46 years long. Yeah, the high revolutionary. He is. Tommy boy, you zero. What are you talking about? I had to come out the bushes to say this. Pizza, you're talking pure pish. Well, what's up, Scott Tishcott? I'm not familiar with you, but welcome. Pizza says this over and over. I know. What's Pizza's new channel called? It's blocked in the screen. It's the same name as always. I don't even, promoting his channel isn't exactly something I'm thrilled about, but it's Prince of Park Avenue South, NYC too. Who cares? Still not going to get any fucking subs. That's disgusting that he would make that up. When you say ish like that, you better show clip to back it up. Oh, but there is no clip. Bullet. No, I mean, this guy is he's known for doing this. He's made up his own life story, but now he's making one up for me. None of the stuff that he said did I ever say about myself. My story is pretty fucking simple. I just kind of explained it. I grew up basically like every fucking body else. And then I just was a criminal most of my life. And then I got clean in 2019 and I met somebody and I got married later on in 2020. And that's it. I've been clean and sober since. I've been on YouTube since 2021. I mean, in a second, he says, oh, Scott McDonald, what's up, bro? Wait, Scott McDonald, hold on. No. Aren't you the motherfucker that turned on me and talked mad shit about me, Scott? Am I correct? Aren't you a pizza guy? Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. Who cares? Let's move on.
Remember Certified Hustler? You ripped them off in a crack hotel?
Yeah, Certified Hustler is a guy that came on here and said that he met me at a hotel where I was selling drugs and I ripped them off. Okay, thanks. He's a guy that even when I said, well, why don't you go live right now and tell everybody what hotel you met me at? He had no idea because he didn't know me from Adam.
I mean, today, his mommy and daddy had money. Today, he's saying him and his mommy and daddy.
I want to remind you, this show is from yesterday. He literally said this like an hour or two after I was live. And it's the complete opposite of what I said. I said the complete opposite. I said, I didn't have shit as a kid. And even my first pair of Nikes, and I bring that up because let's face it, I'm a sneakerhead. I didn't get until I could buy them on my own when I was a teenager, when I was selling fucking drugs. I didn't get shit. I mean, I got what everybody else did, really, but no extras. There was no, you know what I mean? So, again, it's not only fascinating that he makes it up, but that he makes it up immediately after me saying the exact opposite thing.
They had money, and they spent a lot
in front of everybody.
Money. And the fights are always about money.
That I said, yes. In my household, yeah. My parents fought constantly, and it was always about money, pretty much.
And he always had everything.
No. Everything from when I could start taking care of myself. Yeah.
I mean, you can't make this shit up.
You just did. It's amazing when somebody says you can't make this shit up about something they literally just made up.
You can't make this shit up. The stuff that comes out of his mouth is fucking ridiculous. Hi, every time. How are you?
Tony, I mean, again, I want to remind everybody that you told us that you met Patsy Cline and got an autograph from her, even though she died 5 years before you were born. You just told us about some concert you attended in 1976 when you were 19 years old, when in reality in 1976 you were 11 years old. Or no, 9 years old. I don't remember the exact years, but he was completely off. Maybe he was 78. He was 11, some shit like that. You told us you were in the mafia. There's no proof of that. You tell us a new lie every single fucking day.
And this guy, and it's the same fucking rhetoric about, we gave him $1 million.
Rhetoric. He'll never understand the word. The word is rhetoric. Rhetoric. Stupid ass. Rhetoric. The same old rhetoric.
$1. You know, he don't have a better car to show for it.
It's true, Tony.
And he don't go to the.
It's true. If we gave you $1 million fucking dollars, 2 weeks from now, you would at least claim you have nothing left, and the only thing you'd have to show for it is a better car to live in. You've been homeless for 43 years.
Tino's no more because he wants things to show for his money. They will talk about how I wasted money in hotel rooms. For 2 years, I lived in hotel rooms. I went from
every time is a whore, yeah.
A corner, homeless in Manhattan with a backpack and a phone. I made a show. I made money. I used the money.
He acts like he accomplished something. He says, I went from a corner in Manhattan with a backpack and a phone to living in a hotel for 2 years. It was just, Tony, when you were on the corner in Manhattan, you begged people for money, and then you just came on YouTube and started begging people for money, and that paid for your hotels. So I don't understand, what is it exactly you accomplished?
Money to get a hotel room every day. And then I bought a dog.
Frederick.
And every dog lived in hotel rooms every day. And him and his fucking people doxed me every day.
Yes.
Got me kicked out of every
spray paint, no doubt. He would be, yep.
The place I lived in. But he didn't have nothing to do with that. Those setbacks, no. But then on his show today, he said, you know, it was all me. Had nothing to do with him and his friends, right?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. Tony, none of us ever called. Yeah, Bullen, you have no idea. He is pathological as they come. He's seriously. I always say the only difference between him and Trump is that, you know, Trump is rich. That's it. Other than that, they're the same person. What was I going to say a second ago? Fuck, I don't remember. Hold on. Anybody new to the show, just so you know, I have a terrible short-term memory. This happens all the time.
And those setbacks, no.
Oh yeah, we had nothing to do with it, Tony. Nobody that I know of ever called a hotel you were. Well, okay, no. I lied. I'm lying about that. Yeah, we definitely called some hotels and got you kicked out. But that's about it. As far as you trying to get jobs and shit and you losing your RV and all that, that's nonsense. That's absolute bullshit. We had nothing to do with it. Tony never takes responsibility for anything. It's amazing. He even says, what is that, my fault? It's not their fault. Yeah, it's your fault. And, you know, I have half a mind, guys, to honestly call on the whole fucking community, at least the part of it that talks about Tony Pizza, and ask them, you know, let's just completely stop talking about Tony Pizza completely for, say, 3 months. Just so, you know, he won't have us as an excuse anymore. But it doesn't even matter, because he would just say, well, they're not doing it on YouTube, but they're doing it behind the scenes, the motherfuckers, you know, so it wouldn't even matter. If we left them alone completely for 3 years, forget 3 months, 3 years from now, he'd be saying, no, it looks like they left me alone, but they're still fucking with me behind the scenes. They're calling everybody in my town. This guy would be going from town to town where we never knew where he was. There was times when we did not know where he was. like for a while. Remember, he was in that RV for like probably a year before we thought he was in North Carolina. He was in Florida. But he convinced his dolts that we were calling places in the town he was living in to make sure he couldn't get a job, even though we had no idea what town he was living in. Yeah, no jobs in 5 years on YouTube. The guy with 1,000 jobs. Pizza has a permanent dick rider saddle. He does. Oh, Victor, yeah, I'm not surprised, man. Everything's fucked up this morning. StreamYard wouldn't work for me. No, we're just fucking, you're playing an insane pizza video where he just lies and makes shit up as he goes the entire time. Pretty much like every other pizza video.
But on his show today, he said, you know, it was all me. Had nothing to do with him and his friends, right?
It was all you, Tony. You're in control of your own destiny. You have made yourself what's the words I'm looking for? You made your choices and you live the way you do only because of your own choices, not because of anybody else. Not because anybody else has done anything to you, not because you got dealt a bad hand, just because you're a lowlife who has chosen. You chose at the age of 16 to live as a homeless person. And you've been living that way ever since. You're able-bodied, you could work, you could do a job, any job, no problem, but you refuse to. And you sit in parking lots and beg for money, and then you come on YouTube and tell people, hey, you don't need money. In one of his last 3 videos, I listened to 3 different ones, or at least the beginnings of 3 different ones this morning. He's telling people that he's out of money again. He bought a $25 meal from Wawa, which, what the fuck do you buy from Wawa for $25? And he topped off his tank. He only had $50. So now 25 in the tank, 25 on the food, no money left. But yet he sits outside and he sits in his car. He doesn't even sit outside. Puts a sign outside his truck and people just hand him money. It makes no sense.
Then he comes out and says he's only got 2 people keeping him alive. OZ and Anonymous 6.
That's not what I said. Jesus Christ. I said nothing of the sort. I said Anonymous, hold on. OZ donated yesterday. And every donation helps. Of course, it's money. Mr. Anonymous 6, I talked about because I said when most of the other people stopped donating, you know, he came out of nowhere and was donating a lot, you know, and still does. So I said, you know, this channel wouldn't have survived without him. I didn't say that Mr. Anonymous 6 is keeping me alive. I mean, the way he interprets things, it's fucking, it's almost like he's retarded.
Well, that's a sad story. That's a sad story.
Oh, Bullen.
That's
100% Bullen. The whole world revolves around this guy. I don't know if you've been watching these shows for a while or if you're new to these shows. This guy is as narcissistic as possible. The whole world revolves around him. Nothing's ever his fault. His mother's to blame. His stepfather's to blame. His brother, his sister, us. I don't even know. I've never even met the guy in real fucking or in real life in person. And according to him, I'm the cause of all his troubles. And all I do is just sit here.
Everybody remember that he swindled the retarded fucking nurse at the rehab to take him home. He swindled her. This guy said.
So in other words, the actual story. I went to rehab. I met a nurse. After I left rehab, I got a hold of that nurse, asked her out on a date, and eventually we built a relationship and got married. And that's me swindling her, according to Tony. And Tony likes to say, too, I want to remind you, I know, D. Gainey, it actually probably is my fault. He keeps saying that she took me home. Again, guys, I swear to fucking Christ. I did not move into this place until long after me and Shanna began a relationship. I didn't even visit for like the first 6 months of our relationship. The only time I'd seen this house in the first 6 months of our relationship is the first night I picked Shanna up for a date. After that, she would just meet me at where I was staying and we would, that's it. And him and other people like to say she took him home. What do you mean? How so?
It's on his fucking table there with his microphone, telling people the value of money.
Yeah, no, just you.
And how people that have money don't know the value of it.
Yeah. Maybe I should have said they don't have an appreciation of it. But yeah, people who were born and raised with money and never went without it, they do not. They probably don't understand the value or have an appreciation of it.
He's never had any money since he got on YouTube with this con job that he's been doing.
Holy Christ.
He was always a fucking brokester. They're talking about how I wasted my money on hotel rooms, but they don't talk about how I bought an RV, how I bought a Cadillac.
Tony, all right. You stole money from Frankie the Fister and bought a piece of shit RV that looked like a mob hit took place inside of it. You eventually fucked up, and you got kicked off the property where you were keeping the RV because you were threatening people's lives and shit, and the police finally showed up to the owner of that property's door. Then the RV got towed, and I think from what I was told, you just gave it to Fred or somebody you owed money to because you owed the money. That's it for the RV. As far as a Cadillac, Tony. See, when people are hearing this who don't know Tony Pizza, they're like, damn, he's a homeless guy driving a Cadillac. No, he drove a car formerly known as a Cadillac. It's kind of like right now he's driving a SUV formerly known as a Mercedes. It's a piece of shit. It's like anybody could take. I don't care if you got $500. You could find a Mercedes somewhere for $500 and buy it. It could be 40 years old, falling apart, whatever. That's basically what Tony did. For $1,600, he found a Mercedes that's just falling apart, broken down, looks like shit, worth nothing. He probably overpaid for it. He only paid $1,600, and he acts like he drives a brand new Mercedes. Same things with the Cadillac. The Cadillac you had, Tony, I think it only had 3 fucking windows. I don't even know if it ran. We never saw you actually drive the Cadillac. And from what we heard, your aunt gave it to you, and it was gone as quickly as you got it.
It was like, they don't talk about that.
1988 Cadillac Eldorado or some shit. I don't even know what it was. Old as fuck.
Destroyed that too. They don't talk about how I had an apartment and they destroyed that too. They don't talk about why I'm living in my car again because of them. They don't talk about that. It's not their fault, right?
Why?
They didn't harass my family, my brother, my mother. Like I said, anybody who was around from the beginning.
You're right, Casey. It's one thing I don't have is a futon.
He remembers his fucking sob story, how him and his mama lived in welfare hotels, crack hotels.
I have said repeatedly, every time he made up this story, there was never a day where my mom lived in a hotel. Maybe if she was on vacation and she was staying in one, he just makes this shit up. I mean, Jesus Christ. Everybody knows the story. Even the story itself, part of the story is that I lived in a hotel. She lived somewhere else. She was living in a fucking apartment. I mean, what the fuck?
How he used to try to drink himself to death.
Yeah. That, yeah.
Crack with his mother.
No, I never smoked. I gotta pause it every 2 seconds. I never smoked crack, period. And my mother never did a drug in her fucking life. Ever. I told you, my mom, once a year at like an event, a cookout, something like that, she would like to have like a cold beer and she would drink about half of it, if that. That's it. My mom never did a drug in her fucking life. And I never smoked crack, bro. And I've been saying that exact thing for years. You just say that I did. And then you say that I said I did.
Watching her suck dick through a sheet. between the beds.
What? Now this is him.
You know what I mean?
This is him projecting because his mother got ran through by a bunch of Irishmen. He probably had to lay in bed and watch his mom getting banged by some. I don't know. It's not my business personally, but you know what it's like being a person who wakes up in the morning, clicks on a YouTube video, and you hear the most ridiculous, outrageous, absurd lies you've ever heard about yourself from a guy who's never even met you.
This guy is so delusional and so full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, how much more can anybody listen to?
We'll see.
I had to stop telling my story because I get attacked by him and his fucking drug addict friends. A guy that had
Tony, you've been telling this story. You haven't been, but according to you, you've been telling your story for 4.5 years now, and you still haven't finished it. Meanwhile, the fact of the matter is, Tony, you've just told a series of made-up stories because you had no life. You were a homeless guy on the streets your whole life. There is no story. There wasn't a story in the beginning. There's not a story now.
Addiction recovery show to begin with.
The biggest part of
it wasn't a light. It was
the biggest part of your story is probably actually the last 4.5 years. That's probably the most exciting part of your life.
Drug addict friends. A guy that had an addiction recovery show to begin with. It wasn't a light. It was addiction recovery.
All right.
Because you just got out.
So I prepared for that. It wasn't a light. It was addiction and recovery. Tony, I know you're watching this, fuckface. I know you're watching this. Let me just take that down for a second. And let me see. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. All right. Wait. Nope. Videos. I'm gonna go back to the day this channel was started. It was June 30th, 2021. That's the day this channel was started. You go check the date right now if you want. Look. Look, June 30th, 2021. See that? Did my first video I ever made, YouTube Mobtube Wars, YouTube Mob Wars, John A. Light, Jimmy Calandra, and the Bath Avenue crew. And then look, I mean, my Johnny Gebert story, A. Light's body count. This is about Jimmy. This is about Hootie. This is all A. Light videos and like mob related videos. My addiction and recovery stuff started later on. So again, this is just another part of my story that he completely fabricated, completely and totally. Everybody who's been watching me since the beginning, and there's a lot of you, you know that my channel started about John A. Light, not about addiction and recovery. All right, hold on. I'm trying to put the other video back up, and it won't work. Boy, StreamYard, you're doing great today. All right.
Out of rehab and came to the retard's house. But then he claims he's been there for 5 years before he came on YouTube. The guy's story is not consistent.
He says that I claim I've lived here for 5 years before I came on YouTube. This is another thing. Guys, it's 2026. I've been on YouTube 4.5 years. I met Shanna in 2019, so do the math and tell me how that would be fucking possible.
We all know he's full of shit. And basically, he admitted today, without me, he's got no show. Without me, he's got no money. You know what I mean?
Again, this is literally something I've never said. I think what I said yesterday is that if it was even yesterday I said this, and I've said this plenty of times, you're just somebody I use every now and then when there's nothing else to talk about. I just use you for content. He took that and translated it into I can't make money without talking about him. By the way, yesterday, Bullen can tell you, I did a couple of politics shows. She donated on one of them. My last show last night, I actually did very well in super chats. I was shocked. It was pretty good. Bullen, 3, I'm new, but I will listen. But I too was an addict for years. When you're an addict, you learn how to spot things because you've seen a lot. We'll watch the vids. That's right, Bullen. 100% true. And thank you. I truly appreciate your support. That's what I always tell people, Bullen. That's why I named the channel Street Smart Politics. It's hard to con someone who can't be conned.
Well, me, he might as well wrap it up. But to sit there and tell hard work.
Tony, yesterday was one of the slowest politics days I've done on this channel, and I still got 14,000 fucking views yesterday between my Mobtube videos and my politics videos.
People that, you know, he needs money to do things with.
Yeah.
Like pay somebody to shovel the snow.
Again, I didn't say I need money to pay people to shovel the snow. I said the good thing about money is that you could get pretty much anything with it. You don't want to do something, you pay somebody to do it, basically. Shit like that.
Wants to pay people to shovel his snow.
Yeah.
While he sits inside.
Yeah, Tony, you've never had an address. You've never had a home. I doubt that you've ever shoveled snow. I don't think you've ever shoveled a square inch of snow. So what would you even know about it?
And he lives rent-free. Sharon Chable, what's up?
I live rent-free? I fucking wish.
He lives rent-free.
I guess technically I do because I pay a mortgage, not rent, but...
Oh, he had to dig out Shannon's SUV. So now Shannon has an SUV. She don't have that copper-colored Nissan anymore.
Yeah, I've been telling people on here for months now that we got Shannon a new SUV, and I've even shown it on camera several times.
She's got an SUV. Or does she have Mama's SUV? She took over Mama's car because Mama had an SUV.
No, Mama didn't have an SUV. She did not at all. And my sister-in-law has my mom's car.
So, I was laughing listening to this jerk off. BB Brooklyn is worm food. He's upset what I said. Fuck him.
I can't wait till I run into you one day, Tony. I'm going to take that out on you, what you just said.
Fuck her. Fuck the Shriners. Fuck 9/11. Fuck all those school kids that get shot in college. I don't give a fuck.
Now, that's him just once again doubling down on the horse shit he said about people dying in these horrible tragedies. And now he added college to it, though, knowing damn well that when he was talking about not caring about kids that die in school shootings, he was talking about little kids because he was talking about he doesn't like the way, in his words, they get taught. They don't get taught right. They don't get taught right. That's what you said. You were talking about like elementary school kids.
All right? My life ain't going to fucking go any different than it ever did.
Unfortunately for you.
I don't got to be nice to scumbags.
You see what he basically just said, right? Is fuck. I don't know when he said Shriners. I don't know what he meant. I don't know if we mentioned St. Jude's. Maybe that's what he's talking about because he one time said you should give him money instead of St. Jude's because those kids are going to die anyway. That's what he said. He what he just told you is he doesn't care about any of them because his life isn't going to change either way. Now, in other words, if kids die in school shootings, if kids die of cancer, if the 9/11 victims' families suffer, it's not going to change his life, so he doesn't care. That's what you call a narcissist, and that's what you get on the right a lot. Is if it doesn't affect me, why should I give a shit? That type of mentality. No, I know there's a Shriners, but we never mentioned that, so I don't think that's what he's talking about. We never mentioned Shriners. Yesterday, I brought up the shit he said about the school shootings, St. Jude's, and 9/11, I think.
Faceless trolls, waste cases, jerk-offs that have nothing better to do than try to ruin my life. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Fuck them where they breathe. You know what I mean?
I wonder what it's like going through life refusing to acknowledge that anything's your fault. You know what I mean? Like to just coast through life like with no guilt, no regrets, no nothing, because you never did anything wrong. You're a perfect individual. You're perfect. I remember when Donald Trump, when they said, do you ever I don't know if they said pray for forgiveness or something like that. And he said, I don't understand why I would have to do that if I don't make mistakes. In other words, he's never made a mistake in his life. Can you imagine? What's wrong with people who keep donating to him? I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, I know. Miss Can't Be Wrong. Hey, Street Smarts, have we found someone more awful than Trump? No, he's on the same level. He's just poor and Trump is rich. They're the same person. He'd be the first to kiss a firefighter's ass or a cop's ass. Oh, Bisky, we've seen it. He loves cops. He constantly talks about the cops are his friends. He brags about knowing cops. The day I talk shit about cops, he got all pissed off. Remember, was he going to talk shit about the police now? Meanwhile, this is the guy who claims to have been in the mafia. And I want to play you something. No, you're bullying. You're 100% right. I want to play you something that Dave sent me yesterday that I didn't even see until this morning because I never see my fucking messages. Tony has said he's in the mafia. And then he said just a few months ago, he doesn't know why people say that. He never said he was in the mafia. This is what he said. He was never an associate. He was never a gangster at all. Listen to this. He said this yesterday on this very video that we're watching.
From there. But we called and Sammy in the poll. He's a made guy.
So before it was a mafia associate, he just said that Lee Cole said that Sammy the Bull validated Tony Pizza as a made guy. Now, mind you, he didn't say, but I don't know why Sammy said I wasn't a made guy, I was an associate. No. He went right along with it. Now, this never happened. I happen to know exactly what was said to Lee from Sammy. I have it in my phone, and it was nothing of the sort. Sammy had no idea who this guy was. Tony found him on Facebook and hit him up, and he, sad fished with his dog. So Sammy gave him $600. That's it. Sammy never knew him in life. Never. I think before like 2019, 2020, never. So what he's saying here is completely made up. Not only did Tony Pizza not only was he not a made guy, and Sammy never said he was, but Sammy never said he was anything. As far as we know, he was never so much as an associate. Never.
This guy lost everybody around him in the 4.5 years that he's had, Miss Cusmel's going to be the next one to die.
Tony, I swear to God, when I get a hold of you, no, she's not. She's going to be with us forever. Fuckface. Yeah, hopefully you'll be the next one to die.
Mark my words. She's going to fucking go to sleep and not wake up one day. Fat fuck.
Tony, chances are that's going to happen to all of us. And Miss Can't Be Wrong isn't fat. You've never seen her. I've never even seen her.
Fucking mud shark. Right?
And she's not. That was just a racist. Okay.
Because she's not but an evil piece of shit anyway.
You mean Miss Can't Be Wrong, the sweetheart who everybody loves? Because she's such a kind and awesome person. That one.
That eggs this asshole on. Right? A fucking another loser that never been nowhere and doesn't know.
I'm sorry, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I'm sorry. I figure you already had. I'm sorry.
Always making comments, opinions, not facts, opinions. He says he's got things to show for. What do you got to show for?
Hold on.
72 pairs of shrink-wrapped Nikes.
Shrink-wrapped Nikes?
You bought your first pair of Nikes when you got money on YouTube.
Again, what I said yesterday is when I was a teenager and able to buy my own.
You bought 72 pairs. Maybe you're at 100 now.
Probably about 100.
I'm stacking. See, the stack's getting fat again.
Tony, that stack has a $1 bill on top of it. So that would lead us to believe that it's probably all $1 bills. Now, of course, Tony's going to go live and show that he's got 20s and shit in there, but the stack you just showed, all we could see was a $1 bill. So I don't know if that's the flex you think it is, buddy. Here, let's see.
Never been nowhere. It doesn't know nobody. Always making comments, opinions, not facts, opinions. You know, he says he's got things to show for. What do you got to show for? 72 pairs of shrink-wrapped Nikes.
Everything.
Your boy,
a home, vehicles, clothes, possessions, everything.
your first pair of Nikes when you got money on YouTube. You
Now watch, guys. He's stacking.
bought 72 pairs. Maybe you're at 100 now. I'm stacking. See, the stack's getting fat again.
Oh, I tried to pause it. You saw it. $1. Yeah, you got about 42 bucks there, bro. You're killing it. Yeah, you are.
It's getting fat again. So, you know, cry over that, dick sucker. What'd you make? $3 today? $5? Yeah, $5 super sticker from some jerk off that felt sorry for you.
Whatever you say, Tony.
Is that what happened? You're telling your people you can't go on like this? You're telling people that got job. I mean, I would have a job if you and your friends left me the fuck alone.
See, this is what I mean. This is why I'd almost like to ask everybody, let's just leave him alone. But it won't even matter. It won't even matter. It's not even worth it because he's too useful as far as content goes, and he wouldn't change a thing anyway. If we all stopped talking about, if the entire fucking community never said his name again or acknowledged his existence, and he went down to 0 live viewers and couldn't get 10 fucking views on a show, even after the fucking thing is over, he would still somehow say that we're attacking him every day and that he can't get a job because of it.
He's got me fucked.
The guy who, by the way, has said on many occasions that he'll never work. He would rather panhandle.
From 3 different places. You got me fired from 3 different places.
This is a new one. This is new. Fired. How do we get you fired from jobs you never had? What jobs have you ever had? Oh, yeah. Bullet. Yeah, 100% he is. Yeah. As my cousin Vinny would say, how do I know that's not a bunch of 20? Yeah, ones with a 20 wrapped around it. Yes. I love it. Why don't you open it up? Fan it out for me. Pizza, you are the one with no home, no one that loves you. No one. Oh, he'd still come on, no doubt, Matthew Red. Yeah. He has no one. Well, he's like, I used to say this about somebody else, but, I got no problem with that person anymore. I have no desire to insult them. But Tony, it's true about certain people. And Tony, he has nobody. Just imagine your life where you're basically in solitary confinement 24 hours a day. You have no communication with human beings, none whatsoever, no matter what, even if you're free. You know what I mean by that? I mean, basically, he's free, but he's alone. So he's always in a car or he's somewhere by himself. It's like being in solitary fucking confinement. And he never speaks to other people in real life. I mean, maybe in stores and stuff, but that's it. That's it. So this is his social life. This is his everything. This is where he gets to talk and conversate. This is it, YouTube. Without this, I mean, he has no communication with other human beings. So he would come on here no matter what. No matter what. This is where he hangs out. What's up, War? Tonight, Pizza will go into his shoebox and fan out a bunch of 20s, guaranteed. Guarantee it. That's one of my favorite movies. My cousin Vinny, me too. Me too. No FBS. It's 20, so no one needs to donate anymore. Tony is good with money. Yeah, he's good. He's got the shoebox. Yeah. Definitely has about 15 grand in a box somewhere. No question, at least. By the way, I just got $25 from OZ for Team Bushes. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, OZ. I'm going to be playing that Team Bushes song a lot more now that I know it gets under Tony's fucking skin because he was triggered about that shit yesterday.
Get the fuck out of here, you fucking blowjob.
Or the day before, whatever it was.
Trenton bikers are gonna come and suck my dick? Really?
God almighty.
Yeah. Good. Trenton bikers, yeah, okay. What are they, and Vinny Adams is the leader? The fuck out of here. Bunch of blowholes. Yeah, Trenton bikers are gonna come all the way to Port Charlotte and do something, right? They won't make it out of here.
Why? Because you'll call the cops on them? That's about the only way.
These fucking people are delusional. The game is tiring. Something came up on my thing about FBS's show. I said it's repetitive bullshit. That's what I put down. Repetitive bullshit. Not interested. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if there's anything good after this. He's talking about that question that just pops up on random YouTube videos. He thinks it's exclusive to my channel.
YouTube is asking about his channel because he's buying so many views. Yeah. They took his views away.
They took my views away. Gotcha.
He is drowning. If Joe Bruno's on Baby's panel, he's a fucking blowjob.
I don't know if there's anything else.
He turned into you know, he likes being with the misfits. Let him go stay with the misfits. Don't. It ain't gonna go the way it went last time.
Tony, you're not.
That's a fact.
When you say misfits, you don't include yourself in that.
All right.
All right. Enough of that. All right. Well, that's what I wanted to play of that. Let me see. Yeah, cop call. Well, he'll call the cop on. Oh, I'm like Bullet. You have no idea. He'll call the cop on the cops on anyone who even, mentions possibly coming to see him. Anyone. He'll call the cops if he even thinks you're in the area. It's who he is. Troglodyte. What's up, Captain Spock? Just for the new people, I think Bullen and maybe one or two other people are new in the chat, just to give you a good introduction to Tony Pizza. I'm going to play you a video. Now, mind you, the edited parts are just when he uses the word spick and the N-word. I have to edit that out because he uses it quite often. But let me introduce you to Tony Pizza, a.k.a. Anthony Caruana.
Where he don't belong. Adding himself into a situation that had nothing to do with him. All right? First of all, scumbag, motherfucker. Look at me, cocksucker. Look at me. You know where the fuck I am. You don't got to play this. I'm going to run into him one day. Grab your balls, get in the fucking Uber, whatever the fuck you need to get into, and come see me if you got something on your chest. Fuck face. You're going to sit there and rewrite the fucking history? You bothered my mother way before I bothered that fucking. Get it fucking right, you fucking stupid fucking. All right? You bothered my mother way before I ever called that fucking place. And there ain't a fucking thing you're going to do about it. How's that? But come see me. I got something for you. And I don't need a knife. I don't need no knife. Don't worry about no knife. I'll rip your head off your fucking shoulders.
It's the best video to play. When his teeth fall out. Oh, it's great. It's great. I love it. Anyway. Anybody else want to donate? Come on, contribute to the show. Hook me up. I'd appreciate it very, very much. Stir crazy, yeah. TT got a worn out box. Arg, the one-eyed pirate. A matey. I bet you she's happy, that sick twat. Her fucking her hero there, Wade Wilson. They got a fucking docu-series or some shit on Amazon Prime about him. I'm sure she's thrilled. Pizza's about to lose his teeth. I love it. One eye and a peg leg still after you miss. Terry time. think he's pulled the air. Oh shit, Bullen, you're a Sopranos fan, huh? Oh shit. Are you new to this? Are you a you might not know what this is, but are you a Mobtube person or did you just find me through politics? Because this channel is technically about the mafia, the whole channel. And I've interviewed people from the Sopranos and stuff. This whole community is supposed to be about the mafia, but that kind of died down a long time ago. I worked with guys like him on the radio. They're alcoholics with no friends that live in scummy hotels. Yes. You're on the radio? Oh, look at you. You are. Anybody I've heard of? I don't have anything on my chest. My chin, however. Yes, totally less than straight. That is true. You have nuts on there. I remember when Pizza had an apartment for a couple of weeks, he took his shirt off, flexing people, calling people out. Boy, do I. When he was on the deck and he was like throwing the wackest punches ever. Yeah. He's going to be busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest trying to catch you miss. The word is Wade Wilson was pissed off about the Netflix thing. Is it Netflix? Yeah, I think you're right. Netflix, yeah. Why? Oh, okay. No, I found you through politics, but you are what? Okay, I wanted to make sure because I know yesterday is the first time I saw you, but I didn't know because when you said Paulie Gualtieri, I just assumed maybe I am very interested in the mob. Yeah, well, this channel and technically this whole stupid community is kind of still about the mob, but not really. If you go through my channel, you'll find tons of mob shows. I've interviewed a lot of the guys and stuff, and a lot of the other channels on here have as well. But now we just fight with each other. That's all. It's been like that for a long time, actually. Watcher of Crazy, what's going on? Just sports talk, boring stuff. Gotcha. Yeah, the deck video, epic pizza rant. That was great. Yeah, Bullen, I've interviewed several of them. If you go to my playlists and check out interviews, you'll see. Best show ever made, except for maybe Breaking Bad. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to get going. I'm going to go do a politics show now before I don't want to anymore. I actually don't even want to at the moment, but I have to. So I'll be back on later, most likely. Got to make money, so got no choice. But, if not, for some reason, I'll see you tomorrow, but most likely I'll be on later. All right, guys, have a good day. Peace.